let's go. Woo!
Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one,
a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world.
It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Whew, I'll be honest with you, I'm a hair under the weather today, but I'm so excited to be here with you, my friends, on Friday, August 2nd, 2019. That's right. Can you believe it? Today is Friday, August 2nd, 2019. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Friday, August 2nd, 2019. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this incredible day. Fair enough? Let's make the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. It's supposed to be like 86 degrees and sunny here in Lexington, the Lexington and finer area, Lexington, Kentucky. So super excited. It's going to be a super nice day. This week has been a really fun series for me. Here on Hashtag Rise and Grind. I've really enjoyed this series a lot. You see, this week we've been talking about friends and the ultimate focus point of that you cannot live the right kind of life with the wrong kind of friends, right? Powerful, right? You cannot live the right kind of life with the wrong kind of friends. So we've been diving into that a bunch this week. It's been fun. Actually, we've been playing a little theme song. I'm going to run that theme song real quick. And taking a look at some of the friends we have here in Hashtag Rise and Grind. And so we've been running through, and I've gotten to look at tons of pictures of people in the Hashtag Rise and Grind group, and I just love it. I love hopping onto your profiles, looking at all the different pictures. I love how this guy right here, Bill, goes around. You can find him in like everybody's pictures. Like Bill goes around, he travels all over the country, just connecting with people in the Rise and Grind group. He came by here yesterday. It was an absolute honor and a pleasure to spend some time with him. If you get the opportunity, make sure you do the same. He's just one heck of a guy. So we've been talking about what friendship looks like and the understanding that you can't live the right kind of life with the wrong kind of friends. And we've asked ourselves some really big questions. We asked ourselves some really big questions. We asked others some really big questions so that we could establish deeper connections here within the group. On Monday, I challenged everybody to grab a few friends here that are in the group. Just reach out to them, preferably people they hadn't really had conversations with before, and just reach out and ask some serious questions, not just the surface questions. How are you? Where you're from? What do you do for a living? What are your hobbies? But some actually really deep questions that stir up conversations. And so you guys have been asking those questions. We asked questions like, for example, one of the questions that we asked is, what is one thing that you want to do before you die? Right? We asked that question. Another question that we asked is, who has been your best friend in life and why? We also asked, what has been a moment in your past that you know for a fact has gotten you to where you are today? What was one of those impactful moments? And so I know you guys have been asking each other the questions. Some of you guys have sent me the questions. We've been able to connect on a deeper level, get to know a little bit more about you. You've gotten to know a little bit more about me. And so it's been super fun asking all of these questions. And you guys have really participated, and I truly appreciate it. But there is one thing that we didn't do this week. One thing that you didn't do this week is you didn't invite any of your friends. You didn't invite any of your friends to the group. Like yesterday we talked about it. And I was like, man, I need everybody to invite 10 people. That's my request to you as my friend. Will you invite 10 more people to the group? And you guys didn't invite your friends. You didn't do it, and it broke my heart. I got to be honest. It broke my heart because I thought you and I were friends. You see, this is the part where we started, where we started first thing on Monday, and I got to apologize. Sorry, really not feeling well this morning, but on Monday we talked about this whole thing. This whole thing started with the story out of the Bible of 4 men that lowered their friend. They lowered their paralyzed friend from the roof. They cut a hole in the roof and lowered them because they believed that he would be healed if they could just get him in front of Jesus. And so that's how this whole thing started is, are we the type of friend that would climb up on the roof, cut a hole, and lower our friend down to have him be healed? Are you that type of friend? Am I that type of friend? Do we have those type of friends in our lives and in our circles? Because we can't live the right kind of life with the wrong kind of friends. It says so right there, clear as day. You understand it. I understand it. You get it. I get it. And it's been fun. And some of the things about friendship are fun. Some of the conversations that you get to have. But every once in a while, we got to do a little heavy lifting. And see, I counted on you guys yesterday. I counted on you yesterday, and you didn't have time to do that for me. And the reason I bring this up is not to beat you up. Obviously, I'm leading somewhere. But that seems to be a standard thing that we do with our friends, right? That seems to be a standard thing that we do with our friends, is we don't necessarily prioritize their needs in front of ours. We're going to dive into that here just a little bit more. But first, let's go ahead and get some music up in here. If I can do this. Man, I'm struggling through this today. Oh, yeah. There we go. This is the part of the show. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button. Because I believe if we could change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And I also believe, and this is also the part of the show where I want you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. What's up, Nathaniel Banks? What's up, Janelle Griego and Whitney Wells? How are you, John Paul Guidry? What's up, Gail B. Craft and Ray Hatcher? Jesse Miller's up in here. Casey Rossiter's up in here. Vicky Everett, Bill Schaumburg. Great to see you yesterday, Bill. What's up, Angela Venters? How you doing, Pete Daly? And, of course, Josh. Oh! What's up, Archie K? What's up, Raymond Culp? John Miller, Christopher Pruitt, Jeremy Noling, Eddie Gilbert. Everybody's up in here on hashtag Rise and Grind. Love it. We've been talking about friends all week. I'm going to get together with a bunch of my friends here 2 weeks from today at this incredible event.
business conference in Nashville, Tennessee this year. But there's a twist. It's not just a business conference. It's the largest business conference with a missional mindset.
This word reinvent. Why reinvent? Well, the game has changed.
You are more powerful than the outside world. Nothing can stop you.
How can we spread our message in the largest and quickest way?
Be the guy that's working. Be the guy that peels off. Be the guy that everybody else wants to point at.
Victory is in your veins. It feels normal because it is.
Listen to me, if Shaka Dyson could go from poverty to being a president of his own company, I want you to say, I can too.
Do you believe that what you do matters?
We continue to rise, evolve, and make a massive impact. So I'm super excited. That event is 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from today, Don Sankey just posted he still has one ticket available. He won some tickets. He had already bought some tickets. He's got one free ticket available. If any of our friends want to go to the event, he's got a ticket for you. If you haven't gotten your tickets already, you can go to growforgod.com. I am super excited about this incredible event, this opportunity to gather with some of my greatest friends, and thankfully it was sponsored by Hunt Brothers Pizza. Hunt Brothers Pizza came in, sponsored the event, which made it incredibly affordable for everybody. We also have our awesome sponsor in Marriage Movement. They were a part of it as well. So combined with Cornerstone Church, we're able to put together this incredible 2-day event where all of our friends will be coming together, learning and growing with one another. I'm super excited. 2 weeks from today. So that'll be an incredible gathering of friends. And that's what we've been talking about all this week. You see, we know the power of friends, and we know the importance of friends, and we know that our destiny is literally determined by our friends. And yet, we do not make our friends a priority. And regretfully, what happens is over time, we tend to lose the ones that we care about most. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that there are seasons. Some friends come into your life for a season. They're not supposed to be there any longer than that. This is so very, 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 very true. There are seasonal friends that are just there to get you to that next level. But sometimes the people we care about most are the ones we make the least priority. You notice that? Sometimes it's our spouse. Sometimes it's our kids. It's the ones that we take for granted. The ones that we think are going to be there forever. The ones that we think are going to be a part of our life no matter what. The ones that we get comfortable with are the ones that we take for granted, and the ones that we do not make a priority. And I need you guys to all understand something as I push through this. I need you to understand something. I need you to understand that everything that isn't growing dies. Mike Brockway, if you're there, take notes. Everything that isn't growing dies. If your relationship with your friend is not growing, it will die. If you don't take the time to go out and create new memories, that relationship will die. If you don't take time in your marriage to develop and to grow and to experience new things together, it will die. If we don't add friends to the hashtag Rise and Grind group, it will die. If you don't hit the share button on our shows to get this out so that more and more people can connect, it will die. Anything that's not growing will die. I don't ask you to hit share because I need views. I don't ask you to invite people to the group because I need numbers. I ask you to do that because we must continue to grow. We must continue to rise, evolve, and impact. And the more people that we can connect, the more connections that we make, that is what is ultimately going to determine how far we can rise together as a team. Does that make sense? I don't ask for any other reason. I don't care about the numbers. I care about the connections. I care about the people. I care about all of the different people that come together as we continue to grow as a group. These are lives that are impacted, lives that are affected. These are real deal people. These aren't just numbers to me. The reason I take the time to say good morning to you, to say your names, to reach out, to send encouraging messages, the reason I do that is because you are my priority. You're my friends. You mean the world to me. And I know what it's like to be alone. I know what it's like to have lost friends. I know what it's like in this world when we're not together, when we're not unified, when we're not a part of something bigger than ourselves. I know exactly what that feels like, and I don't want anybody to feel that. So as my friends, I'm asking, help me grow this thing, because it will die if we don't grow it. I hate to say that, but it's just reality. This is what friends do. We speak authentically with one another. If we don't continue to grow, there will come a point that it will die. And what will that look like for you? What will that look like for me? This has become such a crucial part of this is my morning routine. This is how I get going. I am here no matter what. I could barely move last night. I could barely move this morning. I feel awful. But you know what? I wouldn't miss this for nothing. I wouldn't miss this for nothing. I wouldn't let you down for anything. I will climb on top of the roof and lower you with a rope, if that's what I believe it takes to heal you. That's what friends are for. And see, all of this is true. This is true online and offline. And so I challenge you as we round the corner, as we head into the end of this week and the end of this series, I am challenging you to take a good, hard look at you as a friend and the friends around you. And I want to make sure to challenge you that you're making sure that your friends feel appreciated, that your spouse feels appreciated, that the people that you work with feel appreciated. I want you to make them a priority in your life. Yesterday in Marriage Movement, which Marriage Movement is awesome. If you're not a part of this yet, you need to go become a part of it. If you are married, you have to become a part of the Marriage Movement. And all you got to do is just search for it on Facebook. They've got about 800 members in the group. So if you pull up a couple different Marriage Movements, their hashtag is Better Together. And yesterday they started this 21-day challenge, which was amazing. And what they had us do is the first step of the 21-day challenge is they had us set alarms on our phones to make sure we didn't forget. They had us set alarms on our phones, and we had to send 3 times throughout the day. We just had to send a text message to our spouse, right? We had to send a text message to our spouse that said why we appreciate them. And I know it sounds cheesy or whatever, but it works, man. I sent my wife 3 messages throughout the day. She sent me 3 messages throughout the day. Our relationship grew yesterday because of these cheesy 3 things that we said to each other. But it was like we were dating all over again. You know what I mean? It was like we were dating all over again, and our relationship grew. And so I want to challenge you this week. Take the time, make it a priority. Don't take your friends for granted. Instead, I want you to take advantage of the fact that you have amazing people in your life. Make them a priority, send them a message, show them they're appreciated, lift them up, encourage them, and don't let them go to the wayside. Don't let them go to the wayside. That's my challenge for you this week. Otherwise, they're going to be here today, and one day they're going to be gone. Of course, you can do it even if you're not married, Robert. Of course. Hop in there, bro. Hop in there. It's incredible. Listen, I just don't want it to be you. I don't want you to be that person that loses a loved one because you were so busy with your head down, you were so busy working, you were so busy grinding, you took them for granted. I don't want that to be you. I know what it feels like, and it hurts. It hurts. So if there are people in your life that add value, if there are people in your life that are loyal, people in your life that are supportive, there are people in your life that challenge you, that are authentic with you, I want you to really pour into them. Do everything that you can to help move their lives forward. Like Carter Myers Automotive Group. That's their thing, is they're all about moving people's lives forward. And see, that's how you can tell if somebody's a seasonal friend or if they're a long-term friend. You just look, do they add value to your life? If not, they may just be a seasonal friend. Are they loyal? If not, they may just be a seasonal friend. Do they support and challenge you, which means they encourage you like I do for you? I encourage you, but at the same time, I challenge you. I'm going to encourage you, but at the same time, I'm going to say, hey, bro, what's going on here? Is this a two-way street? Are we working for each other? Or that thing that you did, you can't do that anymore. They encourage you, and they also challenge you. And they're authentic and they're real. We don't wear masks right here in Rise and Grind. We're authentic, we're real, we're just human beings. So I want you to make sure to do that today. I want you to make sure to do that this week with those that are close to you. And I want you to ask this big question. Today's big question, we've been asking big questions all week. Today's big question is, would you consider yourself a good friend? And there's actually 3 parts to this. I want you to send this question out. I want you to ask somebody this, if they consider themselves a good friend. And I also want you to ask yourself this question. Would you consider yourself a good friend? And whether the answer is yes or no, I want you to follow that up with the question and ask why. What makes you a good friend? What makes you think that you are a good friend? Or why do you think you're a bad friend? And then I want you to ask a third part to that question. I want you to ask that person, what do they need to work on to get better? Do you consider yourself a good friend? Why are you a good friend or not a good friend? And what do you need to work on to get better? Listen, there's one thing I want to leave you with today. The better friend that you are as an individual, the better friends you're going to have in your life. When you're a great friend, you will attract great friends. And together, you can rise, evolve, and make a massive impact on this planet. Thanks for sticking with me today. Thanks for getting through this with me. I'm going back home right now, and I'm going to get back in bed, and I'm going to get some rest for the weekend. We've got this incredible event coming up in 2 weeks, and I got to be ready, running on full cylinders. So I hope you'll get a little rest this weekend. Spend some time with your friends and family. Hit the share button if you haven't done so already. Invite people to the Rise and Grind group. Please, let's continue to grow this thing. It's been an epic part of my life, and I hope that you find value as well enough to go out there and share it with the rest of the world. You, my friend, I need you to know before you go that you are a child of God. You see, the God of the universe, he made you to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And you're starting to make good decisions. You're watching hashtag Rise and Grind. You're getting up early. You're making an impact. All of these seemingly little things that you're doing, I want you to know that they're making an impact. They're making an impact in your friends' lives, in your family's life, and they've made a massive impact on me. And I, for one, absolutely love you for it. I do. I absolutely stinking love each and every one of you. Jeff Baker, I love you. Nathaniel Banks, I love you. Susan Rose, I love you. Pam, I love you. Vicky, I love you. Cece, I love you. Dottie Spears, every single one of you, I love you. Carrie Lynn Carter, Terry LaPierre, I love you. I love you. I love you. So go out there. Have an amazing weekend. Come back here, 5:30 a.m. We'll do it all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. Have an incredible day, folks.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. Hashtag Rise and Grind, hashtag Rise and Grind. First thing on my mind. sunrise. Stepped into my greatness, feeling powerful and energized. Thankful to be alive. Hashtag blessed. Write my mission, vision, values, and my gratitude list. I'm building up momentum. I'm making good decisions. I rise, I grind, I get it. Ain't no doubt that I'm committed. Cause who really loses if I don't win? Can't cheat.